Hi, I'm Pete Andresen of Andresen and Associates. And I'm just sitting here in California's heat wave right now. It's about 100 degrees outside, which for Salinas, California is extremely rare. There's a fire burning on the hill over there, filling the air with smoke. And people are, of course, quite alarmed, which reminds me of what I wrote in my 2012 book, first chapter, Times of Economic and Physical Hardship Are Inevitable. With a quote by Carl Sandburg, "Life is like an onion. You peel it off one layer at a time, and sometimes you weep." And section 1.1, If My Old House Could Talk. I'm sitting here in this old house, which my family built in 1894. This is a radio from 1929. Imagine sitting here listening to what? The Great Depression, Pearl Harbor, Vietnam War, all the hardships of life, and yet the primary virtue of financial success was not reacting to those things. The primary virtue was patience. Patience and not spending and avoiding drama. So right now, we're in a stock market bubble, you could say, and it is a bubble to me. I don't know if the Federal Reserve is going to be able to keep it from going down at some point, but here's what I do know. This is a diversified portfolio in blue over the last 20 years, and that's the stock market. And that doesn't include any purchases that you made when things were down. And the bottom line is that through all the hardship of the first 20 years of the 21st century, when the stock market actually finished negative for 10 years, which is not common at all, patience paid off gigantically in the second 10 years. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think that the next 20 years are generically going to look like the past 20 years. We're going to see periods of great economic hardship. We're seeing that right now with the coronavirus, although you wouldn't know it in the stock market. And we're going to see times of economic boom. The big virtues are patience, spending less than you make, and avoiding family drama, not timing the stock market. I have never met an investor who successfully timed the stock market over a period of 20 years. What I have done is when the stock market gets overvalued, I tend to sell off 5, 10, 15, or 20%. And when the stock market is undervalued, when it falls, I tend to buy 5, 10, 15, or 20%. And that has had a tremendously positive leveraging effect. But I think that it's possible that the Federal Reserve has canceled that advantage by intervening at every possible moment. So what I'm trying to say today is that whatever happens going forward, regardless of who gets elected as president, regardless of what happens with global whatever, the key virtue for investing is going to be patience and a long-term perspective, and avoiding the family drama, and spending less than you earn. Thanks. Stay cool. Stay healthy.